Production of QuizBusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy counts on us. And by viewers like you. Today, the Huskies of Breckenridge take on the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie in the Sweet 16 round of our tournament. Now, here's the host of QuizBusters, Matt Ottinger.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to QuizBusters. We are getting close to the end of this round of competition. We're just a few games away from our grand championship. It's getting closer and closer every week. We're in white division play right now, the smaller schools that make up our tournament, and one of these two teams will be one step closer in about 30 minutes' time. Let's reintroduce you to the two teams, beginning with the Huskies from Breckenridge High School. They are Josh Corbett, Nate Northrup, the captain Carl Wersinski, and Patrick Urich. Their alternates are Alec Keene and Travis Johnson, and their advisor is Nancy Redis. Excuse me, Nancy. And they're playing the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie High School. That team is Sarah Furden, Tyler Phillips, there we go. Eugene Howe is the captain, and Nick Eckel on the end. Their alternates are Tyler Bingle and Brandon Coates, and their advisor is Kelly Netzley. And we're ready to do this. Everybody remembers how we play our game, and I'm sure you'll be playing along at home and trying to match wits with these students here in our studio. Good luck to all of you. Let's get going. The quick 10 is how we start things off. 10 questions, toss-ups. Here we go with question 1. Bleachers and the King of Torts are Nate Breckenridge.
John Grisham.
Knew that those were John Grisham novels about Southern lawyers. That's right. Question 2. What Texas city's tourist attractions include the Hemisphere Park, the Riverwalk, Nate Breckenridge,
San Antonio,
and the Alamo? Nicely done. Question 3. What entrance arch to the 1889 World's Fair is an iron framework tower that stands, Nick Ovid-Elsie?
Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower is right. Stands 300 meters above the Champ de Mars. Question 4. What term names both the science of assembling materials in construction and the conditions within the earth that move its crustal plates? Josh Breckenridge.
Tectonics.
Tectonics is right. 10 points. Question 5. What game's undisputed world champions include Emmanuel Lasker, Anatoly Karpov, Carl Breckenridge?
Chess.
Those are all chess champions. That's right. Question 6. Reigning from AD 67 to 79, what successor to St. Peter as Pope shares his name with a blanket-carrying Peanuts character? Patrick Breckenridge.
Linus.
Linus, that's right. Saint Linus. Question 7. What author's characters include Pierre Bezukhov and Natasha Rostova, both from his novel War and Peace? Nick Ovid-Elsie.
Tolstoy.
Tolstoy, that's right. Question 8. The Brandenburg Gate can be found in, Nick Ovid-Elsie?
Berlin, Germany.
Berlin, Germany, once divided by a namesake wall. That's right. Question 9. Palenque, Tikal, and Chichen Itza were cities of what, Nick Ovid-Elsie?
Man.
That's right. Cities that the civilization that declined around AD 900. Question 10. In what process used in making beer does yeast, Josh Breckenridge?
Fermentation.
Fermentation is right. Quick players we have here. Look at that. Firing on all cylinders. 10 questions down, 10 questions correct in the books, 100 points on the board. Breckenridge with the early lead. You're playing for control of a bonus category. Now you all know that. Here's your toss-up. Their English name comes from the Greek translation of the word mizmor, a poetic song accompanied by a stringed instrument. Name this set of 150 hymns attributed to Moses, Solomon, Asaph, the sons Sarah Ovid-Elsie. Psalm, that's right. Psalms, 150 psalms in the biblical book preceding Proverbs. Ovid-Elsie, your bonus category. Answer these questions about the Divine Comedy. First, what Italian poet penned its components Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso in the early 14th century?
Da Vinci.
I need your answer.
Da Vinci.
Not Da Vinci. No, Dante's Inferno. Dante Alighieri was the answer. No points on that one. You still trail by 10. New toss-up players. This island saw a disastrous expedition led by Nicias during the Peloponnesian War And its Messanan crisis, M-E-S-S-A-N-A-N, Messanan crisis, led to the First Punic War. It later became the breadbasket of the Roman Empire. Name this island invaded by the Allies in Nick Ovid-Elsie.
Sicily.
Sicily is right. Invaded in 1943 en route to the Italian mainland. And Ovid-Elsie, bonus category for you. What is the nickname of the male athletic teams of each of the following institutions of higher education? First, Michigan State.
Spartans.
Spartans.
Easiest 10 points you're going to get all show. Next, Boston College.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles is right. For 20, Colorado State.
Rams.
Rams is right. You know your sports. 20 points there. You swept them all. Good job. Okay, we gave you the first one, but the other two were a little trickier. Good job. Okay, lead by Ovid-Elsie now. 40-point lead. Everybody's back in. It was built on 19 islands at the mouth of the Neva River on the Nick Ovid-Elsie.
St. Petersburg.
Nicely done. That's exactly right. On the Gulf of Finland. Yes, Ovid-Elsie back in control. Give me these electrical terms. First, this flow of electricity is measured in amperes.
Current.
Current is right. Next, named for a German physicist, it states that at constant temperature, current is directly proportional to voltage.
Ohms.
Ohm's law is right. Finally, it describes the ability of a material to carry current and can be measured in units known as reciprocal ohms.
Conductiveness.
The judges are nodding. Yeah, you gave it a strange form of the word. Conductance is what I have. The judge says yes, 20 points. You got them all. Good job. And we're going to go to our first pop quiz. A couple of sweeps. Ovid-Elsie gives them a big lead, but you've already seen both these teams are good, so we've got a lot more points to put on the board yet. 4 letters in your first pop quiz, everybody. C-O-N-S. C-O-N-S will begin all correct responses. Josh from Breckenridge, Sarah from Ovid-Elsie, start things off for us. To strengthen or make firm by compressing into a smaller mass. Or, Sarah?
Conserve?
No, I'm sorry, not conserve. Josh, the rest of that.
Consolidate.
Consolidate is the right word. Yes. Next. The body of voters represented by, Josh.
Constituents.
Constituents. Constituency, that's right, by an office holder. Finally. In accordance with or true to the past applications of a principle or a policy. Josh?
Consistent.
Consistent is right. Well done, Josh. You got 3 of those back. Nate now from Breckenridge and Tyler from Ovid-Elsie. To make or declare something holy. Nate.
Consecrate.
Consecrate is the right word. Yes. Next. A combination of astonishment and dismay, usually due to the actions of another. Nate?
Concerned.
Not concerned. No. Tyler, got anything? No. Tough one. Consternation is what I wanted there. Final question. The alleviation of grief or disappointment by comforting, such as a... Tyler.
Consoling.
Consoling or consolation, yes, such as a prize given to the runner-up, which would be a consolation prize. Carl now from Breckenridge, Eugene from Ovid-Elsie. A store in which goods such as second-hand clothing are sent to be sold, but are owned, Carl.
Consignment shop.
Consignment shop, consignment store, yes, owned by the sender until sold. Next. The building and premise of a country's ambassadors or other representatives in a foreign... Eugene.
Consulate.
Consulate is right. Representatives in a foreign land. Finally, a grouping of controls, indicators, and other similar... Carl.
Console.
Console is right. Players playing very fast. Patrick from Breckenridge. Nick from Ovid-Elsie. The ancient city, which was once known as Byzantium. Nick?
Constantinople.
And is now known as Istanbul. That's right. Next. Any international group of financial institutions which have banded together to carry out some common purpose. Tough word, you've heard it. Consortium is what I wanted that time. Final question for Patrick and Nick. The U.S. frigate launched in 1797, which earned the title Old Ironsides during, Nick?
Constitution.
The Constitution during the War of 1812. That's it. Good job, everybody. And you're playing for control of the audio bonus category. We're all back in for this toss-up question. The symbol for this quantity is often written with a bar as shorthand for divide by 2 pi. According to Werner Heisenberg, the product of the uncertainties in momentum and position cannot be less than what constant, usually represented by a lowercase h? Planck's constant is what we're looking for there. A new toss-up, everybody. The sixth of these, created in 1968 to honor the 300th anniversary of the Bank of Sweden, honors the economic sciences. The 5 original ones were created in Tyler Ovid-Elsie.
Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prizes is right. Created in 1901 by a Swedish industrialist. Ovid-Elsie, you've got the bonus category. You've been doing very well with these so far. Let's see how you do with the audio clue. You'll hear the clue first, then we'll ask you some questions. Let's see what we have for you today.
Everyone CBS across the country was now getting this feed. And that slow, infamous speed pursuit was now being broadcast to more people in the world than any other news event at that time. This was like live cops and robbers stuff coming out of Los Angeles, and people were fascinated by it.
Those were the beginning moments of a murder and subsequent trial that captivated the nation in the mid-1990s. Who was the accused?
O.J. Simpson.
That's right. What was the make and model of the car that was the focus of the notorious slow-speed chase on the L.A. freeways?
Ford Bronco.
It was a Ford Bronco, a white one. That's right. Finally, who was the judge assigned to the O.J. Simpson criminal case in 1994?
Ito.
Ito is right. 20 points. You got them all. Lance Ito is his name. Another sweep for the Ovid-Elsie team. Bunch of points on the board. New toss-up for all players. This woman's field work was challenged by Derek Freeman, who claimed that several of the girls she interviewed had lied to her. However, the American Anthropological Association called Freeman's work misleading and upheld which Americans' coming of age in Samoa? Patrick.
Mead.
Mead is her name. That's right, Margaret Mead. I could see you struggling with it. You came up with it. Margaret Mead is the anthropologist you want to know on these questions. Bonus category for Breckenridge. Name these American historical figures from details of their deaths. First, this president died of pneumonia April 4th, 1841.
William Henry Harrison.
That's the one. This radical abolitionist was hanged in Western Virginia December 2nd, 1859.
Nat Turner.
Not Nat Turner. John Brown. John Brown's body. 10 points on that one. 140 your total. New toss-up, everybody. Its first word is the Greek meinin, M-E-I-N-I-N, or wrath. And it goes on to tell of how a commander incurred the wrath of one of his champions by taking back a slave girl originally awarded to him. Name this epic poem. Josh Breckenridge.
The Iliad.
The Iliad is the right one. Dactylic hexameter, a recounting of the Trojan War by Homer. Breckenridge, name these universities associated with psychology. First, Timothy Leary, B.F. Skinner, and William James taught at this Ivy League school.
Princeton.
No, it's not Princeton. Harvard. Harvard is. It sounded like it was going to be a guess. Harvard was the one that we wanted that time. So no points on that one. You'll stay at 150. We will come to the end of our first half of play. And we've got almost 400 points on the board in just the first half. So most impressive job. Ovid-Elsie with 3 sweeps in the first half. So we've got a lot of points here. But still a close game because we've got 2 good teams here. And anything can happen in the second half. Right now, a chance to meet our players and find out something about each of them. We'll begin with Breckenridge, and Josh, put you on the spot. You'll start us off. Welcome back to the show. Tell us about yourself again.
Hi, I'm Josh Corbett, and I'd just like to thank our coach, Mrs. Reedus. Let's just say that coaches of her stature are in short supply.
Okay, very good, Josh. I know what you mean, but we'll move on. Nate is next.
Hi, I'm Nate Northrup, a senior at Breckenridge. As a team, we would like to dedicate this match to our superintendent, Jeff Jeanette, who just found out he's being deployed to Iraq in March. So we'll miss you, Mr. Jeanette.
Okay, terrific, Nate. That's very nice of you. All right, Carl's the captain.
Hi, I'm Carl Warsinski, and I'd like to thank the teachers at Breckenridge. All this stuff that we've got up here comes from them.
Oh, that's absolutely true, Carl. Very good. Thanks very much. And finally, Patrick.
Hi, my name is Patrick Garrick. I'm a junior at Breckenridge High School, and they already said all the important stuff, so I just like to point out our shirts, check out the new logos.
Very cool. Very cool, Patrick. Thanks very much. The Huskies of Breckenridge High School. Make them feel welcome. And let's meet the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie, beginning with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Furden. I'm a senior at Ovid-Elsie High School. And in the fall, after graduation, I'm going to attend Baker College in Osso.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Sarah. Let's meet your teammates. Tyler, welcome.
I'm Tyler. I'm a junior at Ovid-Elsie, and after high school, I'd like to get a PhD in political science and hopefully be a professor somewhere.
Okay, terrific. Tyler, thank you for being here. Eugene is the captain.
I'm Eugene Howe. I'm a senior at Ovid-Elsie, and this fall I'm also going to Baker College.
Okay, terrific. I'm sure you'll see Sarah there. And finally, Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick Eckel. I'm a freshman, and I play basketball.
All right, Nick, thanks very much. Those are the Marauders of Ovid-Elsie High School. Well, everybody's doing just great. We ask you to keep it up in the second half, and let's get to that. Pop quiz waiting for you halfway through. The lightning round will end things. You're playing for control of the video category. We've got a new toss-up. Good luck to all of you. It heightened the senses so much that a sufferer might die from just hearing a gunshot. It killed 2/3 of Vasco da Gama's crew and over 80% of Magellan's. Nate Breckenridge.
Scurvy?
Scurvy is right. Blackened skin and bleeding gums are seen in sailors. The disease caused by a lack of vitamin C. Breckenridge, a little bit of catching up to do, but both teams very, very quick on this and doing very well. Video category for you. Terrence Blackburn is the Dean and Professor of Law at Michigan State University. He has your first question.
In 1955, America's two largest unions merged to create this organization. Name it.
I need your answer.
The UAW?
Not the UAW. No, not a bad guess. The AFL-CIO, the combined, the hyphenate, the two unions that got together. The AFL-CIO. No points on that one. Got you on the law question. New toss-up for all players. For administrative purposes, it is divided into 20 districts known as arrondissements, numbered in a spiral, the first and fourth of which are home to the Ile de la Cité. Name this European... Nate Breckenridge.
Rome?
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Ovid-Elsie, name this European capital located on the banks of the Seine. Nick.
Paris.
Paris is on the Seine River. That's right. Bonus category, Ovid-Elsie. Supply the place names that complete these art titles. I'll give you blanks, you fill in. First, Emanuel Leutze's Washington Crossing the Blank.
Delaware.
Delaware is right. Next, Seurat's Sunday Afternoon on blank. I need your answer.
Riviera.
No, I'm sorry. We're going to guess this one. La Grande Jatte is the answer for that second one there. You got 10 on the first one, 260 total, 100-point game. New toss-up players. This president lent his name to a philosophy of democracy that emphasized the common man, frowned on property qualifications for voting, and championed statehood in the South and West. Name this man elected in 1828 and Tyler Ovid-Elsie.
Jackson.
Jackson is right. Knew his dates there. Well done. Bonus category. Name these works of Thomas Paine. First, this early 1776 pamphlet calls for independence from the British.
Common Sense.
Well, that's a common sense answer. That's right. One of 16 pamphlets in this series opens, "These are the times that try men's souls." I need your answer.
No answer.
The American Crisis, or just the crisis is what we wanted there. Once again, 10 points on the first one, though, widening that lead just a little bit as we play our second pop quiz. 120-point game and, of course, 12 questions up for grabs in our second pop quiz. We're going to give you the letters D-O-G. So these are going to be words and phrases that contain dog, essentially. Josh from Breckenridge, Sarah from Ovid-Elsie start things off for us. A confused free-for-all in aerial warfare. Josh.
Dogfight?
Dogfight is what I wanted. That's right. Next. The hot, stifling period of summer between early... Josh.
Dog days.
Dog days of summer between early July and mid-August. That's right. Finally, a book whose page corners are accidentally or deliberately folded down. Term for that is dog-eared. E-A-R. Dog-eared. Nate now from Breckenridge and Tyler from Ovid-Elsie. In astronomy, Sirius. Nate.
The dog.
More, please.
The dog constellation.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Tyler, in astronomy, Sirius. No, there's just one. The dog star. Yeah, the dog star. There's just the one of it. Next. A basic doctrinal point in religion or... Nate.
Dogma?
Dogma is right, in religion or philosophy. Finally. A container used to carry home leftovers. Nate.
Doggy bag.
Doggy bag is right. Leftovers from a restaurant. Carl now from Breckenridge. Eugene from Ovid-Elsie. A small metal identification plate worn... Carl's first.
Dog tag.
Dog tag, worn around the neck by members of the armed forces. Next. Worthless, trivial, or loosely formed verse. Carl?
Dog verse.
Not dog verse. No, I'm sorry. Eugene, any idea? No? Doggerel is the word that I wanted. That's a tough one. Final question. A genus of flowering shrubs or small trees with bright white or red flowers. Carl?
Dogwood.
Dogwood trees. That's right. Patrick now from Breckenridge and Nick from Ovid-Elsie. The simple swimming stroke used mainly to stay... Nick?
Doggy paddle.
Dog paddle. That's right. Dog paddle. To stay afloat when stationary. Next. The hometown of comic strip character Little Abner. That's an old strip. I don't think that it's run in years. Dog Patch is where that takes place, though. Final question for Patrick and Nick. The kind of vehicle used in the Iditarod races. Patrick's first.
Dog sled.
Dog sled is right. That's the pop quiz. Well done, everybody. And as you see, Breckenridge cut that lead in half by getting the bulk of those. We're heading toward the lightning round. Right now, some key toss-up questions. Everybody's back in for this. It is sought by the title character of Umberto Eco's novel Baudolino, by Lee Tiebling in the Da Vinci Code, by Dr. Nick Ovid-Elsie.
Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail is right, by Dr. Henry Jones in a 1989 movie, and by Parzival and other Knights of the Round Table. Bonus category for you, Ovid-Elsie. This man described himself as a, quote, skinny kid with a funny name, unquote, in his keynote address at the 2004 Democratic National Convention. First, name this Senate candidate from Illinois.
Barack Obama.
I'm sorry, you said it wrong. They were trying to give it to you right, but you didn't come at it with me. It's Obama. Barack Obama is what I needed. Got to take the answer right here. So no points on that one. You stay at 300. New toss-up, all players. Drop the 2nd and 6th notes in a minor key or the 4th and 7th notes in a major key. The result is this kind of scale. Sarah Ovid-Elsie.
Chromatic?
Not chromatic. No, Breckenridge, I'll complete it for you. The result is this kind of scale, often heard in Asian music and in hymns like Amazing Grace. Identify this kind of scale, named for the fact that it contains 5 notes. Carl?
Pentatonic scale.
Pentatonic scale is right. He figured it out with the 5 notes reference. Breckenridge, your bonus category. Name the present-day country in which these battles were fought. The present-day country. First, Agincourt. A-G-I-N-C-O-U-R-T. Agincourt.
Indonesia?
Not Indonesia. No, you got to go to Europe for France. France, the right answer. No points there. 60-point game. New toss-up players. It is an area code used in Beaumont, Texas, and a real fine car driven by the Beach Boys. But it is Tyler Ovid-Elsie.
409.
409 is right. I was going to talk about the product introduced in 1957, the formula. Tyler knew the music reference. Lake Poets, Ovid-Elsie. Name these lake poets. First, this laudanum addict, L-A-U-D-A-N-U-M, laudanum addict, wrote Kubla Khan and The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Need your answer.
Hemingway.
Not Hemingway. No, Samuel Taylor Coleridge wrote The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. No points on that one, so the bonus is proving a little bit harder for our players, and the game is not out of reach as we go to our final 60 seconds, the lightning round. Both teams have proven they're fast, so anything can happen in the final 60. A reminder to both teams, the rules have changed. We give you 10 points when you're right, but now when you're wrong, we take the points away. 10 points go away from your score with the wrong answer. You'll want to keep that in mind. The 60-second timer is set. Good luck to all. The lightning round begins now. What is the capital of Puerto Rico? Nick.
San Juan.
Right. What do you mix with sugar to make meringue? Eugene.
Egg whites.
Right. In the fairy tale, what was placed under several mattresses? Josh. Right. Who was the first man to run a mile in less than 4 minutes? Nick.
Bannister.
Right. During which era of Earth's developments did dinosaurs flourish? Josh.
Cretaceous.
Wrong. What is the common term for the alloy of iron and carbon? Carl.
Steel.
Right. What late 1950s automotive failure was named for Henry Ford's son? Nate.
The Edsel.
Right. What ruler known as the Scourge of God was the 5th century king of the Huns? Nate.
Attila.
Right. What 5-letter word for noise and confusion is taken from the story of an unfinished biblical tower? Nate.
Babel.
Right. Woodrow Wilson won a Nobel Prize in what category? Carl.
Peace.
Right. To the banking industry, what does the abbreviation CD mean? Josh.
I don't know.
Clear that. Next question. What biblical figure is famous for his coat if time is up? And Ovid-Elsie, you've won the game. And quite excited by that fact. That's great. They held on. Breckenridge got one question closer in all of that melee, but Ovid-Elsie holds on to win the game. The Mesozoic era in the Jurassic. We thought we'd trip you up with, and somebody would say Jurassic, but that's a period. Mesozoic era is when dinosaurs flourished. And a CD to a banker is a certificate of deposit. Many of you playing at home might have heard me say enough to get that last one. What biblical figure is famous for his coat of many colors? And of course, Joseph, the right answer. And they would have gotten that one with another split second to spare. Breckenridge, great performance, great season for you with us here, and I'm sure you've had great success in other competitions. Came up a little short this time against a really good team. We wish you the best of luck in future competitions and your future activities, whatever you decide to do. Thank you for being with us today. Ovid-Elsie, congratulations to you. The Marauders will move on in our tournament. They're one step closer to that grand championship, just a couple of steps away from that grand championship game. We'll see you back here a little bit later. One more Green Division game left to play, and that's going to be the Hornets of Williamston and the Trojans of Owasso. So join us for that contest, and thank you for watching this one. For all of us here, I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.
Production of QuizBusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. And by viewers like you. Book Scholarship Awards for QuizBusters are provided by SBS, the student bookstore, located at 421 East Grand River Avenue in East Lansing. For more information about QuizBusters or any of WKAR's locally produced series or specials, visit our website at WKAR.org.